How do you lead a woman who already has the career, the money, and the status to provide for herself? Most men try to control her through restrictions, but that only pushes her away. Because a woman who can buy everything she wants does not need another person trying to manage her life. To lead her, you must become the only source of emotional depth she can't buy. Now stop there, because that last sentence is where most men completely misunderstand leadership. They think leading a powerful woman means becoming more dominant, more rules, more demands, more pressure, more reminders that you're the man. But here's the problem. A woman who has already built her own life has probably spent years making decisions without waiting for permission. So the moment you enter her life and start acting like her supervisor, she doesn't feel led. She feels managed. And there is a massive difference. Think about the woman who already has options. She can earn her own money. She has her own career. She has her own friends. She can travel alone. She can walk into a room and command respect without needing you beside her. So when a man says, "Don't wear that. Don't go there. Don't talk to him," you need to listen to me. What she hears isn't strength. She hears insecurity disguised as authority. And that creates a dangerous question in her mind. Why do I need this man? That question is where attraction starts changing, because you're no longer adding something to her life. You're creating another responsibility. Have you ever seen a man become more controlling the more independent his woman became? Write "control" in the comments if you've seen it happen, because this is the emotional pattern most men completely miss. The stronger she becomes, the more secure you need to become. Real leadership doesn't require her to become smaller so you can feel bigger. That's control. Leadership is different. Leadership says, you can handle your life, and I can still give this relationship direction. That's a completely different energy. You don't need to control where she goes. You need to know where you're going. You don't need to police her emotions. You need to be emotionally stable enough that her emotions don't control you. You don't need to compete with her success. You need to become comfortable standing beside it. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. A highly independent woman isn't necessarily searching for a man who can provide everything. What she may be missing is something much harder to find. A man who can create clarity, emotional safety, direction, and depth. And that's where leadership starts becoming attractive. Now let's go deeper. Because sometimes the man who becomes controlling isn't actually trying to control the woman. He's trying to control his fear. Fear that she doesn't need him. Fear that she'll outgrow him. Fear that she has better options. Fear that if she becomes too independent, he becomes irrelevant. So he starts tightening his grip. More questions, more checking, more suspicion, more demands. And ironically, the harder he tries to prevent losing her, the more he creates the exact emotional environment that makes her want to leave. That's the diagnosis. Control is often insecurity wearing the costume of leadership. Until you understand that, you'll keep trying to fix the relationship by becoming more forceful, when what you actually need is to become more grounded. So, what does leading a woman who already has everything actually look like? First, have direction, not just opinions, direction. Know what you're building, know what kind of relationship you want, know what you tolerate, and know what you don't. Second, stay emotionally steady. When she's angry, you don't panic. When she's distant, you don't chase. When she's successful, you don't become competitive. When she challenges you, you don't collapse. And you don't explode. You stay grounded, because emotional stability creates something control never can: trust. And third, make her feel understood, not managed. A powerful woman doesn't need another person constantly telling her what to do. She needs someone capable of seeing what she can't always say out loud. That means listening beyond her words, recognizing when she's frustrated, overwhelmed, protecting herself, and knowing when to speak and when to simply be present. That's emotional depth. And that cannot be purchased with money, status, or success. But here's the part most men will never hear. You don't lead an independent woman by becoming more controlling. You lead her by becoming less reactive. That's the shift. You stop asking, how do I make her obey me? And start asking, what kind of man creates a relationship she actually wants to follow? Not because she is incapable, but because she willingly trusts your direction. Not because she has no options, but because she believes the connection is worth choosing. The goal isn't to become the man she can't leave. The goal is to become the man she doesn't want to leave. Your value is bringing something different. Calm when life gets chaotic. Direction when things become unclear. Depth when everything around her feels superficial. Are you trying to lead her? Or are you trying to control your fear of losing her? Tell me in the comments, lead. Subscribe to the channel because we're going even deeper in the next video. Attraction changes when she stops feeling that you're powerful within yourself.